Hey everyone. Hey, some days just do not work out as planned. I was going to make this video about some boho beads. I love boho beads. And I watched a couple videos and they looked like something I could do. Well, I was wrong. I I was wrong. These beads, these four little pitiful beads, took me almost 2 hours to make. So I've decided there's got to be a better way. Not that the tutorials weren't the better way, because they were. They were easy tutorials. I should have been able to follow them. Couldn't. And I was all excited because I had all of these wires from tags that I'd gotten at the secondhand store. So I took them and I used alcohol inks and colored some of them. Blues and purple and orange. And I was so tickled, and oh, they're just going to look so great on my boho beads. Well, when you wrap, it comes off. It just comes off on your fingers. I don't know if you can still see it, but there's some blue and stuff on there. So today we're not going to learn. I'm not going to try to teach you this because it was such a mess trying to make these. There was just nothing to learn from what I was doing. So I'm going to keep working on that. Haven't give up. For today I have. So I thought, we have these scraps left over from our grungy tag. And I think I'm just going to make some tabs. Just grungy tabs. I used to have a whole bunch. Had a little box like this. And it was full of these grungy tabs. And it was great because when you were doing your journal pages and you just needed a little something on the edge, just whip one of these out and it was wonderful. So I think I'm going to make some of those today. I'm going to put a little stamp page down. Not that I need it because it wouldn't matter if it was on this, but I like to use the stamp page. I like having that to work with later on, the way it looks. So I'm just taking 3 of these scraps, and I have some stamps here. This one is, I'm not sure. This is either from Global Land or Temu. And I know that probably makes some people not happy, but I think that's where they're from. One of those two places, Amazon or Temu. So I wanted to make some that look like little yardsticks. I know that sounds crazy, but I have in my mind what I want it to look like. Let me get a stamp block. And someone asked where I got this little ledger stamp, and I cannot remember, but from the feel of it and how I really feel like it might be a Sampool. Is it Sampool? But I looked back through all of my Amazon, through everything, and I just can't find it. I don't know where I got that at. And I hate that because I like to share where I got things. But, a lot of times if you just put in a description of what you're looking for, you can find pretty much anything. Like if you put in ledger stamp, I did find some on Amazon, but they weren't that particular one. But I mean, they work. So I'm just taking this yardstick looking thing and I'm just stamping. Do that one and I say yardstick, a ruler, I guess. Get some of this bigger one. I remember I used some of these for my December daily. I would circle the number. I love these stamps. They're so good to use. On this one, I'm going to stamp some more things. This one I want to keep because I think I want to make something like long strips out of that. I just have some grungy tag. Well, they're not grungy, but they just like bugs and things like that. Haven't even used them yet. I ought to be able to tell you where I got them. think these came from, well, I don't know. That's a shame. I think I'm going to use my ledger stamp. Kind of do some background here. Hope I'm in camera, or I'm in screen. I'm just stamping now. I'm not trying to make any sense out of what I'm doing. I'm going to stamp some more. This is just kind of like a little bit of background. I think I'll use some of this script too. And you could sure use colored ink. I'm just doing neutral because I don't know where I'm, going to put it at, and or what journal this will go in. So this will be, that's a cool looking thing, isn't it? Like that bug. So I'm just doing some random stamping because I'm thinking when I get ready to cut these, it won't be in any certain way. We're just gonna cut them, and what we get, we'll be surprised with what we end up with. The dragonfly, I love dragonflies. It's tore right there, but we could probably figure out something with it. All right. So that's probably pretty good. Okay, on this, I think I cut out a little circle here. I'm going to cut this, make it half this size. I think this will make a better dangle than a tab, maybe. I don't know. But I cut out, maybe I made that too small. Look at that. That's okay. I'm still going to glue it on there and see what happens. I'm going to ink around this first. Glue on this like on the end. Oh, it's upside down. And then I'm just going to snip off. Hopefully it'll look okay. I'm going to snip off the edges. Something like that. That's just from a book page. I think that looks okay. And how I did it was this is a pretty sturdy book page, and I just folded it over. Took my circle punch and just did it about halfway. Something like that. This end's smaller, but I think really on a measuring tape or whatever, isn't one end really smaller? I don't know, maybe not. That's kind of a neat looking piece, isn't it? I don't know that I'll make a tab out of this. I think I just have a neat piece there. So back to our tabs. So I'm thinking on some of these, I have some fabric scraps here from the, not from the bead making, but another time. They're just, this is Sorry Silk. Wonder if any of these are wider than that. I think my pieces are too skinny, aren't they? Maybe I could just put it on one side. Maybe we'll make, here, let's stamp this too. And then we'll do something with those. Yeah, let's decide how much we want a tab. Like maybe that size. And the reason I'm cutting it first is I want some of that Sorry Silk to poke out from both ends. So I've got me 2 tabs here. I'm going to eke around them. I like that torn edge, so I'm going to tear this one too. Tear the end of this one a little bit. They don't have to be even. One side could be hanging over a little bit more. I'm going to tear this one. So I'm thinking I'm just going to lay down a real thin, I'm going to put a real thin line of Fabri-Tac. Just lay this down. I'm wanting it to come off of both the ends a little bit. Something like that. You know what? We could glue this on here too and make it like a large page edge. Let's do that. We'll have it to make a cluster on the side of a page. I'm wondering if I want to sew one side of these. I think I do. I'll be right back. Okay, so I've just sewn down one side. I'm just going to cut these and then fold them over like this, and that will be a tab. Won't that look cool? I love it. And boy, you could mass make these too, because you saw how I have them lined up on here. You just keep sewing all the way down. On this one, I'll probably either put it on the side of a page like that, or I'll put some more stuff underneath it, like maybe some cheesecloth, you know, something like that to make it look neat. I'm going to put some eyelets in these. You know, it's funny, when I started this video, I thought, why are you even starting to record? You don't even know what you're going to do. And I pray, I tell you this all the time, I pray a lot about everything. And I told the Lord, I said, I know you're sick to death of hearing from me on this crafting thing, but if there's just any way you could help me one more day. And look at here, I think this is a cool idea. So I'm going to put a little eyelet in here so that when we get ready to use it, we could just hang a little charm from it, which if I had thought, I would have sewn on the opposite side So there was sewing over there and then an eyelet on this side, but I didn't think that far ahead. So actually, I don't know why I couldn't put an eyelet up there. Nothing says it has to be at the bottom, is there? Just trying to make sure my sorry silk's a little wrinkly, so I'm trying to make sure it. And I'm sorry if I've been out of frame because, like I say, I moved my camera where it wouldn't shake all the time, and now it's hard for me to stay in frame. Oh, those are so cute. Do you like them? I hope so. Because now you just slide them on the side, and you've got your place to hang a charm. Goodness, I really like those. I like the ones with the fabric. But you don't have to have fabric. See, you could just make one without. This would be a pretty good size tag here, but that's okay. Ink around this one too. I'm going to tear the edge of this. I like that torn look on those tabs. And again, they don't have to be even because, you know, they're going to be on the opposite sides of the page. Unless someone decides to eyeball it and measure, they're not going to know it. They're not going to know. So just that simple, I think. I think that's done. I think that looks good. I'm going to put an eyelet in this. And you don't have to have sari silk. Any kind of fabric would work. You know, I have some of the bead sack left from the hinged pockets the other day. I wonder about something like that. Maybe grab some of that. I love this idea. I hope you do. This is fun. I really like this red. I think I'm gonna use some of it. And then I'm just gonna, let's see how big I need my tabs. I think I want them about that size this time. I'm just gonna use my little scissors to do the edge because I can't get a hold of it good enough. And I don't want to lose much of it. So there's one. Two, and we got three. And I just turned it over, so I didn't know what kind of stamping I was getting. It looks kind of neat, doesn't it? So I'm just going to ink these up. I'm going to go ahead and fold it so the inking part will be done when we're done sewing too. So we're going to trim this. I'll just tear it down through here. I want these long enough that I got some space in between. And just tear that down. Again, I'm going to just just put a little bit of Fabri-Tac on the back. To hold it while I sew. Well, I didn't get that very even, did I? Meant for the edges to, actually, I think I got this one a little wide. I'm going to make this a little thinner. Maybe. All right. Make it look even ratty-tattier. Leaving enough space that there'll be some hanging from that side too. Let's do one of the blue ones, and then I'll take it to the sewing machine. I think I'm going to do it on this bright yellow. I like that color. This piece would be just about right. How wide do I want it? About right there. I'm just gonna fold these down to the size I think I want. Cut with my little decal edge scissors. Do the same all the way down. These strips are really going to be cool. Now this one's tore, but I don't care. I'm going to fold it over, and I think when we glue it, it'll hold together okay. I'm going to use it. I hope it works. Okay. So again with the inking, and ink where that tear is, too. It's okay. I want to glue this one down where it'll hopefully stay. Put it on there now. While I'm inking the other two. Putting a little bit of glue. Gosh, these are easy. This is so fun. I hope you guys like this. I'm really excited about this video now. Thank you, Lord. This turned out great. I hope you guys like this. All right. Now what? I still got this one left. I might as well put it on here too, hadn't I? Let's see how wide we need this one. Right about right here. Hope that's not too wide. Yeah, it'll be fine. I like this torn. That'll make a cool looking one. Go ahead and ink that part. Now I'll make this full. I think I'll make these a little bit bigger. Cut just a smidge off that makes it look wrinkly. Maybe I'll just make this one big one. I need different sizes, don't I? I'm going to glue these down the same. of gluing around that where it's tore a little bit. Now I'm going to take these to my sewing machine. And if you didn't have a sewing machine, just glue it down and draw your little squiggles like we did on the Franken paper. Or don't worry about the, need stitches at all. This just looks great the way it is. Okay, so I'm going to sew these and I'll be right back. Aren't these cool? I love them. And that was so quick. I should have timed how long it took me to, because I kind of changed the stitch in there between two just to give it a different, I kind of did some crazy sewing on these just to give it a different look. And I did some zigzag on these. You can tell I'm getting excited. I'm just tickled to death with this process. I think I'll just go ahead and cut it and then I'll fray my ends. That way I don't tear it too short. Can always spray some out. These are long enough I could tear. Not worry about it. I went ahead and sewed, so I'll have to cut there. Just cut them, it's faster. I can always fray them later. So there's our tabs. How cool do those look? I love them. I just love them. I really do. I think those turned out great. And I'll probably put eyelets in some more of these. Or I may wait until, time to put them in a journal and decide. I don't know. I think eyelets always work. So I just may go ahead and put in some eyelets. Here's a little small one. I think it's cute. That's the one that was tore. It did work. So that's wonderful. That's wonderful. So this time I sewed at the top so I could put my eyelet at the bottom. I'm not even in screen. See, I'm so sorry. But this time I sewed at the top. Sorry for being out of screen all the time. I love these. I hope you guys like these. These were so fast, so easy, and they're going to look so good in a journal. I love them. Look how many we have in just like no time. I think I have 10 of them here. Plus we have a cool page edge too. So I'm just going to finish putting the eyelets in these. I'm going to put them in my little box and they'll be ready for when we're making journals. I hope you guys like this project. Thanks for watching and I'll see you next time. Bye.